Hello and welcome to a lovely afternoon in my garden. And before we get into the video about cognitive behavioral therapy, I just want to show you a flower that's recently growing in my garden. And I have no idea what it is or where it came from. And I also want to show you how many mangoes are falling. Look at this, an abundance of mangoes. If you have never experienced a Caribbean garden overflowing with mangoes in the drain, hundreds in the drain, oh my gosh, mangoes to give away. So now you know, now you have that experience, you are a much better enlightened human being thanks to that, and the video hasn't even started. So today we are going to explore cognitive behavioral therapy, not in the old-fashioned way of a textbook, a blah, 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 point C, part 2, CBT is, no. We're going to do it through poetry, through a haiku, through one of my books, Psychology Haikus. Look at that, you all. Beautiful cover. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. And I wrote this book to condense psychological theories into haikus. Haikus are Japanese styles of poetry which are 3 lines long, 17 syllables in total. Is that correct? 17 syllables, I always mix up. Yes, it is correct. So let's jump in. Let's explore CBT. Mind is a garden. Nurture the soil, plant good seeds, prune wise my farmer. Right, let's go through line by line. First line, mind is a garden. Why? Why did I choose to open up about CBT with the mind being a garden? Because CBT is a perspective. It's a lens through which a psychologist views the workings of the human mind. And in this workings, it's not stagnant, it's active, it's a process that is happening. And like a garden is a process. The soil is interacting with the trees, is interacting with the sunlight, with the water. And in that way, what's happening inside of us, according to this theory, are many different parts that are complementing each other, that are opposing each other, and like a garden, it can be harmonious or it can be barren, unhealthy, dysfunctional. So another thing about a garden, why I chose the word garden, is that, well, for example, this garden, I recently moved here maybe 2 months ago. I have no idea who lived here before. I don't know how they tended to the soil. I don't know if we go back further, if there were plantations here, colonial plantations. I don't know if there were indigenous tribes here, the Taino, the Kalinago. I don't know. And just like that, our mind is like a garden. And we don't know exactly where it comes from. We might be able to trace back, like for me, I could trace back 34 years of my age to see how this mind developed. But then prior to that, it's my parents. Prior to that, it's their parents. Prior to that, it's how I don't even know. Being in the Caribbean, we don't really, many of us can't trace back our roots, because what happened is that when we came here, everything got intertwined. Every race, every creed and race was intermingling. Some willingly, some unwillingly. They're horror stories, so we're so mixed up. We are like, there's a particular meal in the Caribbean called callaloo, and they say callaloo is just everything mixed up in a pot. And that's what we say we are. And our mind is like that. And I wouldn't doubt it if you come from somewhere where your ancestry, your lineage goes back so far that you don't have a clue where you are. And if we stretch this out, if we stretch this idea out into the origins of Earth, into the origins of the universe and beyond, then this mind is a product of a timeless evolution of creation. And so we don't know what it is. It's a garden. It might be our garden. And I may say, this is my garden. But deep down, I know, and the earth knows, and the universe knows, this is not my garden. They know I just stay in here for a little while. And so it's deep. It's deep. This poem is deep. CBT is deep. Next line. Nurture the soil. Plant good seeds. What is the soil of your mind? Think about it. The soil is something from which everything grows. In CBT, the soil of your mind is your core beliefs. From your core beliefs grows the seeds of your thoughts, the seeds of your behaviors, and the seeds of your emotion. So here we see the process, the core belief growing the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are the fruits. And just like this mango that fell from the mango tree, there are particular thoughts that fall from particular core beliefs. The core belief, I am not good enough, will produce the thought, I worthless. I have no future. I may as well just not do anything with my life because I'm a waste of time. That's a fruit of the core belief, I'm not good enough. Another fruit, the behavior, is I don't try. I don't try because I'm not good enough. And an emotion from that is hopelessness. And so if the mango falls from the tree and hits the ground, it what? It rots and it is reabsorbed into the soil, into the mango tree. And the mango tree is sustained by this continuous bearing of the fruit, dropping of the fruit, and reabsorbing of the fruit. And in the same way, our mind and our core beliefs are sustained by the continuous flow, the cycle of our thoughts into our emotions, into our behaviors, into our thoughts, into our emotions, into our behaviors. And this not only forms but sustains the core belief. And finally, the last line, prune wise, good farmer. My farmer. Prune wise, my farmer. In CBT, this is the whole application of the therapist, the whole application of the therapy by the therapist. The therapist is the farmer who has an understanding of what a healthy garden looks like and can come in and help you prune. Prune your thoughts, prune your behaviors, prune your emotion. And pruning is not just whoosh, just chopping down things. Pruning is a gentle, intelligent process. One of the mechanisms they use is Socratic questioning, which is really just is an intelligent form of having a dialogue with someone to get to the bottom of what they are seeing. Another, like a farmer might come in and see that one of your core beliefs is completely dysfunctional, and he may be able to help you identify what dysfunction that is. And that will fall under the categories. Some of the categories of dysfunction, according to CBT, are your cognitive errors. So one of these is black and white thinking. You only think that everything is good or everything is bad. As they say in the Caribbean, you throw the baby out with the bathwater. In life, nothing is only light and nothing is only dark. Everything is gray. Everything is on a spectrum. So, life is a garden. Mine is a garden. Nurture the soil. Plant good seeds. Prune wise, my farmer. Hello. Look who came to say at the end of the video. Who you getting in stinky binky?